G'day, I'm Charlie Pryde.
And I'm Jennifer Pryde. Welcome to our YouTube channel, Pride of the Villages.
So this video highlights our tour to Tortuguero National Park in Costa Rica. Tortuguero National Park sits in the northeast region of Costa Rica. The park covers an area of 77,000 acres and has over 20 miles of coastline, which provides sea turtles a protected place to lay their eggs. The park has a large variety of biological diversity due to the existence within the reserve of 11 different habitats, including rainforests, mangrove forests, swamps, beaches, and lagoons. Despite its remote location, reachable only by airplane or boat, it is the third most visited park in Costa Rica. It is by boat that most visitors enter the park, and our journey begins at Cano Blanco. After our bus journey from San Jose, we await the arrival of our river transportation. This is a good time to use the bathroom, as the boats that take visitors into the park do not have them, and it can be a 90-minute ride to overnight accommodations or the start point for day trip tours. Soon we are on our way, and you quickly get a sense of the remoteness of the area. No asphalt roads or houses, just a lot of green with highways of water, both natural and man-made. Crossing into the park boundaries, we approach our accommodation for the next 2 nights, the Evergreen Lodge. After a quick welcome briefing and drink, get us off to find our cabin, thus the importance of having mobile luggage, as this is a rather large property and your cabin may be a little walk away. These cabins are comfortable and at the same time provide an immersive experience in the rainforest. There are no windows, just mesh screening, which allowed for all the sounds of the rainforest into your room. The beds were on the small size but comfortable. There was no air conditioning, just a ceiling fan, which we found kept the room cool enough. The bathroom was modern, but the sewage system was limited, meaning your toilet paper went into this bin. Recommendation on some items to bring with you for an overnight stay in the park: a waterproof backpack, small flashlight, binoculars, camera with telephoto lens, rain jacket or poncho, an umbrella, and bug repellent. We were in the park the last week of February, which is considered the dry season for Costa Rica, but the reality is it can rain at any time, as this is the rainforest. Regardless of the rain, the tour activities go on, and you just need to be prepared for it. Our first excursion was to the town of Tortuguero. This is a small village which again can only be reached by boat or airplane, as it is situated on a sandbar island separated from the mainland by the Tortuguero River and bordering the Caribbean Sea. The town's population is estimated at around 1,200 to 1,500 permanent residents. Tortuguero can be translated as Land of Turtles and gave its name to the neighboring national park. Fitting that our first stop was the biological station that carries out a sea turtle tagging program run by the Caribbean Conservation Corporation, now known as the Sea Turtle Conservancy. We were not visiting during the sea turtle nesting season. The best time to see the adult females is July to October, with November being a good month to see hatchlings. Access to the beach during peak nesting season is controlled and typically under the supervision of a guide. During the hatching periods, many local guides will offer tourists the opportunity to view the newborn's journey to the water. However, it is not allowed to dig up nests or touch turtles, not even for the local guides. The only people allowed to interact with the hatchlings are the scientists from the Sea Turtle Conservancy. It is estimated that only 1 in 1,000 hatchlings will make it to adulthood and return to this beach one day. On this afternoon, our tour guide walked us through what occurs during the nesting season and provides interesting facts on the green, leatherback, and hawksbill turtles that use this beach as nests.
Right now it's high tide. You can see how close it comes to the water. When it's like that at night and the turtle has to come out, it's a short little walk. But when it's low tide, the ocean goes.
As we walk down the beach and enter the town of Tortuguero, it is evident how important the park's animals have become to the local economy. The park has worked with the town to help its inhabitants understand that preserving their natural resources is the key to encourage ecotourism. This is a town where previous generations survived economically based on hunting sea turtles, jaguars, and logging the rainforest. Today, the town's economy is sustained almost entirely by ecotourism. Besides the 100-plus guides that provide tour service, locals work at the lodges. They own restaurants, bars, coffee shops, street food stands, and souvenir stores. There was a lot of tourist activity ongoing during our visit, and the town's economic transformation is certainly a success story. The next morning at the lodge, our wake-up call was provided by these guys, the howler monkeys. There was a troop of them that lived in the treetops around the lodge. Unlike their smaller cousins, which I will show later, howler monkeys will avoid interaction with humans, but will announce their presence in another way. They are widely considered to be the loudest land animals, with their vocalizations heard up to 3 miles away. Howler monkeys have an enlarged hyoid bone in their mouth, which helps them make their loud vocalizations. Group males generally call at dawn and dusk, and this is what you can expect early morning. Okay, now that we are awake, time for breakfast and get ready for the day's activity, which is a morning tour on the water, doing it rain or shine. Fortunately for us, the rain stopped and our local guide got us on the way.
Welcome to my homeland, by the way, gracias. This is our next, we need to go first to the Ranger Party Station.
The boat tour on the river and canals was about 2 hours, and then it was back to the lodge. Now, the boat tour is not the only way to see wildlife, as there is plenty of it right around the lodge. A combination of fruit trees and flowers provides habitat and forage for a variety of animals. You are encouraged to explore on your own, walking the trails and gardens of the lodge, just ensure you follow the guidance of any signs to stay safe. These leafcutter ants are amazing, and you will easily find them. We saw several strawberry poison dart frogs on the property, and they are no bigger than your thumbnail. Some animals are very reclusive, such as this gray-cowled wood rail, and it was hard to get its picture. You will see bats flying around at night, and these nectar-eating bats roost under the boathouse during the day. With all the flowers around, they have plenty to eat. There is a large troop of white-faced capuchin monkeys at the lodge. They are the most intelligent of the New World monkeys and have been used in a number of TV shows and movies, such as Night at the Museum, Pirates of the Caribbean, and The Hangover 2. They are readily identified as the Oregon grinder monkey or the greyhound racing jockeys. In Palm Beach, Florida in the 1930s, these monkeys were trained to ride greyhound racing dogs in specially designed saddle harnesses. Thankfully, that craze did not continue. These monkeys can easily adapt to places colonized by humans and are very opportunistic when it comes to food. They are omnivores and consume a variety of plant parts and vertebrates. However, if humans leave food around, they will find it. They like to hang out around the lodge restaurants during mealtime prep and will move to the pool when the bar opens. We saw them steal sugar packets off the table, and one licked the salt off an unattended margarita glass. So keep an eye on your food and drinks, especially when outdoors. They have also been known to enter the cabins if doors are left open. Speaking of that, it's a good practice to keep cabin doors closed to prevent critters from entering. We thought we did a good job until Jennifer found this wolf spider in our bathroom sink on the last morning. It was the size of her palm, and I was able to remove it with a towel and unharmed back to the wild. Leaving the park, it was another boat ride out, this time to the Rancho La Pavona landing. Here you can get food, drinks, and use that all-important bathroom. Everyone that travels to Costa Rica wants to see a sloth, and there were a good number of them here, but they can be elusive as they stay up in the trees, sleep a lot, and do not move around much. Our best sloth viewing on the trip was when we tour stopped at a restaurant on the way to and from the park for meals. We saw a two-toed and a three-toed sloth in the trees. Most action out of them was this one scratching his butt. So we found the white-faced monkeys much more entertaining on our tour. So that highlighted our tour to Tortuguero National Park to see wildlife. And if you're in Costa Rica, we highly recommend that you get to the park and view that wildlife like we did. Our next video will highlight Mystical Park and its famous hanging bridges not far from the Arenal volcano. The bridges range up to 370 feet in length and 150 feet to the forest floor. So that's all for this video, and we hope that you're having a great day wherever you are, and we'll see you on the next one.